going to be worked out probably over the next few weeks. Hard to say. But you guys were still concerned about the other guild member who is definitely working with him. You suspect the current guild leader, Gitta Zimmerman, as does Cassia, but you don't have any proof of that yet. So, in the meantime, you guys went to talk to Aurelia, who was back at her room in the inn. Felix is with her. You find out that she is going to bring Felix back to the assembly, specifically to her boss, Baroness Gemma Irasor, and she is going to try to work something out with the assembly and just kind of see if, Felix's punishment can be not that harsh, since he was very helpful in trying to figure out what was going on. So Felix is kind of resigned, but not like entirely despairing. And Aurelia gives you her address and tells you to come visit her when you come back to Rexentrum, if you ever feel like it. And you also got a little bit of Felix's backstory. You found out that
yes.
he was from Zadash originally. He was from kind of a poor background, and he ended up getting some magical training when he was young. He didn't really say how that happened, but he already had some magical skills and was able to get a scholarship to the school in Zadash, which is called... What is it called? I don't remember. Did I write this down? Probably in a document that I'm looking at. Oh, the Hall of Erudition, that's what it is. But he dropped out before he finished his schooling because he didn't get along with some of his professors, and the environment was kind of stifling, and the people were snobs. And then he didn't really have a whole lot of job options as a wizard school dropout. Nope, never. Well, Caleb doesn't have any students yet.
Not
as of where we are in canon. Yep. So he ended up getting into crime because it was the most lucrative thing he could find to do, with his particular skill set and his sort of lack of a degree and slightly unsavory reputation. So that's what you learned about Felix. Then Aurelia and Felix teleported directly from the inn to Rexentrum. So you said goodbye to them. And then you decided you were going to go see if you could learn anything about Zimmerman. You waited to go to the guild hall until right before Cassia was going to leave for the day, so you could walk her home and you wouldn't be suspicious. You hung out at the casino for a while, and then went to the guild hall. Ophelia stood outside of the office of the head of the guild and looked through the window so that she could cast Detect Thoughts and read her surface thoughts. And luckily, Gitta did happen to be thinking about Petrov. And you confirmed, at least to yourselves, that she was involved in his scheme, although you still don't have any actual proof. But you do go find Cassia, you walk home with her, and you tell her what you learned. And she is grateful to know that for sure, because she's going to keep working on this investigation. Although, if Taito has anything to say about it, they're going to leave for their honeymoon soon. So hopefully she gets out of town for at least a little while and is not just like totally embroiled in this for the next few months. After that, see, you guys, have family dinner at the Knock House, and then you go and talk for a while about what you're going to do next. I think you decided to leave tomorrow afternoon, right?
I think so.
That was the current plan, and then get to Rexentrum sometime tomorrow night.
I wrote down Antimony may talk to Osa on way out, planning to leave around lunchtime.
Okay, lunchtime.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys kind of let everyone know that you were leaving.
Yeah.
You told Torkel, messaged Corey. Corey and Victor are planning to come probably in a couple of days because they have some stuff to do. They want to like pack up their shit and talk to some people before they leave. So they're just going to just show up in Rexentrum and find the Cobalt Soul and appear there and be like, "Hey, we were told to come here for job interviews." So you're going to have to work all that out when you get back and make sure that somebody is expecting them. Once you had sorted all of that out, Ophelia messaged Petrov in prison just to freak him out.
Oh yeah.
That was the whole purpose of that, I think. And then once Adakor was by himself, Honolora called him and sort of updated him on what was going on. She had gotten back. She was telling everybody at the trust about her adventures in Rexentrum. Nothing too crazy has happened in the capital to her since she's gotten back. So, just a little update. And then you all went to sleep. So, it's the next morning. What would you like to do to get ready before you leave? Well, you are not sharing a bedroom anymore, so you can sleep in until somebody else comes in and bothers you. Do you wake Ophelia up for breakfast?
No.
Okay.
She's just gonna make me her food anyway.
I feel like we consider it. We're like, should we?
Okay, so it's like
No,
7:38. Like you're having family breakfast. Ophelia's still asleep, and you're like, we'll just let her sleep.
She's gonna make me get her food when we get back to the city anyway, so.
Probably. Although it is going to be dark by then, so there may not be a ton of places open.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't know if you told everybody in the family that you were leaving today. I can't remember. Oh God, that's a good question. I feel like
I'm sure he's serviceable because his dad lived together alone for so long.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm sure he can make like 4 meals like pretty well, 4 kind of simple meals pretty well.
Because he makes like extremely simple meals.
Because Tyler is like, you gotta learn how to cook. I can't cook every night. God, yes, college meals also.
Do you think that Adakora is really good at like fancying up the like Empire equivalent of ramen?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
What is the Empire equivalent of ramen? That's the better question.
That is
I
a
don't
good
know.
question.
I'm sure they have some kind of packaged noodles, right?
They must.
I think we would have told everyone at dinner. Just
Okay.
'cause
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not trying to
All
run
right.
out of them.
Yeah, so Cassia's still here. She doesn't like run off to work immediately. She kind of hangs out with you guys as you have breakfast. Her and Taito and Timi's grandparents. You're like, where did they go? Tomorrow morning.
It's been a number of days since the wedding, so
It has. I don't even remember how many days.
I'm
Like
sure they weren't surprised to hear.
2 or 3. Yeah. Maybe more than that. God, I don't know.
Time moves differently in Druvenlow. We
It
just don't know.
sure does. It sure does. But yeah,
We've been here forever.
Cassia's probably like, "Are you guys gonna wake up Ophelia? Isn't she gonna be hungry?"
Um,
that's,
well,
that's every elf
Every
because they're like bodily, their clocks are so different. Their internal clocks.
This is the gift we can thank the Feywild for.
Yep, absolutely.
Taito's just like, man, you just got here.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a nice, like, leisurely breakfast. What time would Ophelia wake up, do you think, on her own? Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to give you a chance to, like, hang out with them if you wanted to, while they do whatever they're gonna do before they leave. No, I don't know. What else are you guys gonna do? Anything? Where are you gonna go? Visit Ursa?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't want to skip town without being like, hey. So
Are you both going or just Antimony?
That's a good question. Does Antimony look like she wants backup? Or does she what do I perceive about you in this moment?
God, I don't know if I want backup.
I'm gonna try to perceive you. Or insight.
Insight?
Insight and perception are the same for me, so it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah, roll it. See what you get.
8.
All right. You can't tell. You'd have to ask.
Sure, I'll go with her.
All right. Do you let him go with you, or are you like, no?
If you're like, I'm gonna head out, I'll just go. I'll just follow, and then you're gonna have to say something about it.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah, I mean, he can come if he wants.
Okay. All right, great. So you head to the neighborhood where most of the silversmiths. That's what Osa's family is. Where the silversmiths have their homes and workshops. By this time, it's probably like 9 o'clock, 9:30. And yeah, you see her and her dad, who I did name, I think.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
name him. Something very Scandinavian. Magnus is his name.
Aha.
Yep, you see Osa and Magnus just like out in the yard area because it's kind of a nice day for um for this time of year, and they're just working on stuff.
Yeah. Let's see.
How long are you going to stand here in silence?
uh, forever, possibly.
Should I create a distraction?
A distraction? Um, oh boy, let's see. I guess I will scooch up to the to the shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're both pretty engrossed in whatever they're doing. They don't seem to have noticed.
Oh boy. Mm, I guess I will say hello.
Okay. Yeah, they both look up. Osa grins, and Magnus also smiles at you. She Osa puts down whatever she was working on and uh, comes over. Says, "Hey, do you want to? Why don't you come inside? You don't have to talk over the fence."
Oh, yeah. I will come inside.
Okay. Where's Adakora? Are you just with her, or
Yeah, following.
okay? Okay, cool. Then they're all. She's also like, "Oh, hi, Adakora." Yeah, there's probably just a gate that she opens and lets you guys in. Yeah, you can go into like the workshop. The doors open, and you can all just kind of sit down in there. There's chairs and stuff. And yeah, it was his dad is like, "Do you guys want anything to drink? I don't know, water. We probably have some meat or something."
Water would be lovely.
Okay, he goes into the house, leaves you guys alone. So you've been busy. Osa looks at kind of back and forth between the two of you. I mean, okay, I don't know all the details, but there's been a lot of gossip, predictably. I'm glad your mom's all right.
Yeah. Um, I mean, it's been an interesting trip home.
I heard uh, someone attacked somebody who worked in the mines in the street and you fought them off.
Yeah. Um, oh God, what's his name? Erland. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some guys kind of jumped Erland on his way to our house, but I was, you know, there with Ophelia, and we I guess managed to kind of chase most of them off. So everyone's okay at least, which is good.
That's good. Well, one of the richest men in Druvenlode tried to set his own mine on fire.
Yep.
That's still politics.
Classic Petrov.
Sure is. That's probably the most exciting thing that's happened in this town since, I don't know, maybe ever.
Yes, excitement follows us now. No.
Is this just what it's like working for the Cobalt Soul?
Honestly, maybe. It's kind of been like this since I started freelancing, so
Yeah, and I think you kind of told Osa some of the stuff you had gotten up to, right? When you guys went to the bar together.
yes, I think I mentioned like some of the stuff, like not the parts where we
Right.
committed treason, but in general, sort of like where we've gone and stuff.
Yeah, some of the more exciting shit that you did, yeah, that didn't involve light treason. So, you're heading back to the capital soon, I guess? Now that everything's, well, about as fixed as it can be for now, I imagine.
Yeah. Now that everything's settled, we're planning on heading out later this afternoon. Get back to Rexentrum.
Magnus comes back in and he gives everybody cups of water. Just kind of sits down to listen to you guys talk.
I will strike up a conversation with Magnus and let them.
Okay. Okay. What is it about? Do you like point out whatever he's working on and be like, oh, this is
Yeah, I want to know.
Of course, like,
okay.
oh, wow, look at this silver.
Yeah, I think he kind of catches on to whatever you're doing and starts giving you like it's a conversation that you can understand. Like he doesn't get too technical about it, but he's like explaining who it's for and what the techniques are of like whatever interesting piece of jewelry he's making. Yeah. Um yeah, so they split off and are having this a very exciting conversation about jewelry. Um but yeah. Well, if you come back to town, let me know.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm sorry that the wedding was probably kind of awkward.
I mean,
I would have been more fun, but I was there was a lot going on.
yeah, don't apologize for that. That was just the worst timing. I hope your parents get to have a fun honeymoon or something, because that must have been really stressful for them.
Yeah, Dad's talking about Comorda or something. I think they're going to go on some kind of wine tour.
That sounds fun. Well, it sounds like fun for middle-aged people, which,
Which
they
they
are.
are.
Yeah. Although, is your dad middle-aged? What's middle-aged for an elf?
Oh gosh.
I have no idea how old your father is.
How old is he? Let me think. He must be at least a few hundred years.
I think he's like 300-ish,
That was
maybe
what I
more
was
than that. I don't
guessing.
remember.
Like, my instinct was like 350 or something.
So yeah, that sounds right. I have it written down somewhere, I'm sure, but I would have to go look for it. He and Melidor are about the same age, and I have an age for her written down somewhere, an approximate
Yeah.
age.
When did Malaismir go kaboom? Was that like
Around 300 years ago.
okay? So yeah,
Yeah.
that tracks then.
Yeah, because they were both super young when that happened. Yeah, this Aestiel is very new for an elven city.
Yeah. In elf terms, it's
Yeah, like
this is like one generation old.
exactly. Lots of the people who live there were not born there. Like Adakor is kind of from the first. Well, no, I guess he's the second generation of people born there because people a little younger than your parents were also born there. But yeah,
Yeah. But Taito is like one of the last people who was born in Malaismir. Yeah, okay.
he was, yes.
That tracks. So I mean, I guess he's kind of like young middle aged.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to try not to think too hard about elf ages because
Yeah, it's not advisable. Just gets kind of confusing.
well, tell them I said congratulations and I'm glad everything worked out.
Yeah, yeah, I will. Hmm. Um. So listen, I mean, I kind of travel around a lot now, but I do have like kind of a permanent address. If you wanted to like write sometime,
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna like scribble, I guess, my my hotel address for her.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, she takes it. I mean, you know her address.
Yeah.
She's lived in the same house since you guys were kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you should write to me too. I want to know what kind of crazy shit you get up to.
Yeah, I'll tell you about all of our ridiculous adventures, and you can tell me about the things you're working on,
Yes.
and I guess anything that happens here, right?
Yeah, I can keep you updated on whatever goes on with Petrov. I'm sure I'll hear about it. And the much less interesting Silversmith Guild drama. It's probably not going to be quite as intense, thankfully.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't think this town could handle multiple Petrovs.
No.
Antimony just kind of awkwardly, so
Yeah, you're both kind of like shuffling your feet a little bit. Osa says, "All right, well, you know, don't get hurt or anything."
yeah, yeah, I like continuing to live, so I
Oh, good.
so I'll do my best.
take care of your brother too, I guess.
Yeah.
He seems like he gets into trouble.
Antimony having visceral flashbacks to the many times Adakora has gone down in combat.
Almost died in front of her. Yeah.
I've been nothing but polite to
She's like, look, I'm your little sister's annoying friend. I have to do my job here, okay? Although, yeah, you've seen Antimony almost die in front of you a couple of times also. So
That is true.
it's not like
This is not a one-way street.
no.
But nobody at home needs to know about those times.
No. The time you almost got killed by 3 boars at once.
Yes. The time I almost got killed by a sorcerer.
Yep. Okay, yeah, Magnus kind of is like sort of keeping an eye on the conversation between you two also. And he like stops in the middle of explaining something to Adakora when he sees like Osa and Antimony sort of sitting awkwardly and just turns back and is like, well, it was very good to see you. You better come back and visit.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we'll have plenty more stories. Ready to go?
Yeah, I suppose so. And I guess to Osa I'll be like, but yeah, I'll write you about the the adventures that we get into, I guess.
Good. I'll write to you too.
Okay. I'm gonna give her a hug before we leave.
Okay, yeah, she returns the hug.
I hug Magnus.
Okay.
No,
Magnus.
Just kidding.
Okay, Magnus will also hug Antimony.
Yeah, okay, I'll hug Magnus.
Yeah, on a kind of like you spent a lot of time at their house when you were a child.
Yes.
He gives you a sort of parental. But yeah, you guys leave the house and you just head right back. Right home.
Well, we could go egg Petrov's house, but it's a little bit out of the way.
It's pretty far.
Yeah. It might not be worth the trip. Besides, I'm sure he would just get one of his poor overworked employees to clean it.
That's true. Fine.
Although if Petrov is still here in the prison, maybe we could egg him.
Please let us in one more time. We have something very important to say to him.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if the Crown Guard would fall for that.
We just want to pie him in the face.
Literally like holding a cream pie behind our backs.
Oh, okay, so you decide against egging Petrov and head back to the house. Ophelia is still asleep. Did she pack? I don't know. Did Ophelia pack up her shit last night, or does she have to pack in the morning before they leave? Okay. Into the cart. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Just packs while they're traveling. Just folding her clothes in the back of the cart. Incredible. Torkel definitely knows that. Torkel has known you since you were like 16. Okay, so yeah, you guys have like an hour to kill before Ophelia wakes up.
Um, let's see. Is there anything we need to do? Where did we have our cart at the house, right?
Yes. Yeah, the horses and the cart are at the house, so you don't have to go get them or anything.
Yeah, then. Much.
All right. So yeah, you guys. Kasia's probably still here. I think she's just gonna stay until you guys leave. Um. So you can just hang out with parents and grandparents. You can all play cards or something. You pack up all your stuff and you like it's all like piled up next to the door, and you just wait for Ophelia to wake up. Ophelia, you wake up. Oh, the sun is high in the sky already. You did tell Torkel you would be back tonight. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna feed you lunch before you leave. So everyone's probably downstairs like eating lunch already. Kasia's definitely like, okay, maybe you should go wake up your friend. Like, I don't know if she should leave without having eaten anything at all. But as she is,
like, can we check on her, make sure she's
yeah,
alive?
is she alive? Were you guys like out late last night? What's going on? She's not a teenager, right? She looks older than that. um, but yeah, before you have to make a decision about this, Ophelia comes downstairs.
Sit, eat.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys eat lunch. Ophelia's stuff is not packed, so I guess you just throw it all in the cart. Okay. All right, and you guys can say goodbye and head out. Is there anything you would like to say to your parents specifically before you leave?
I mean, the usual, I suppose. Just kind of typical, like, you know, glad everything is okay, enjoy your honeymoon, try and get some out of this out of work for once.
hmm Yeah, Cassia laughs when you say that. Like, all right, fine. I'll go on vacation. It's a lot nicer than the last time you left home. Because I think that time that was when you were going to Rexentrum after having come home for a little while after dropping out of school.
Yes.
So you're at that farewell. Your parents were very concerned. They were pretending not to be concerned because they were trying to like give you your space and stuff. They were like clearly telling themselves everything was going to be fine, but didn't really believe it. Um, but now they seem a lot more like okay with where where you are in your life.
Yes.
If a little concerned because your new job is at least a little bit dangerous. Hard to tell for them how dangerous it is, but yeah, they both hug you and they both tell you to be careful and to write to them more.
Yes.
They both also hug Adakora.
Tell my dad not to write any books about this.
It's like maybe in about 50 years when I've sort of digested everything and figured out how to turn it into a plot. I mean, most things that happen in real life aren't really good for novels. You usually have to adjust some things.
Adakora is probably like, yeah, that seems like a reasonable time to plan a book. Sure. It's a reasonable amount of time.
Oh yeah, 50 years, that's nothing. Okay. So yeah, you guys head out and back to Rexitrum. So okay, so you're leaving at like 12:30ish, we'll say.
Yeah.
Um okay, so yeah, 8 hours or so. So you'll get back to Rexitrum pretty late. But not like super super late or anything. The road between Druvenlode and Rexentrum is exceptionally safe. It is very well maintained and well guarded. So you're not gonna run into any encounters. Anything you guys want to do on the journey? Any conversations you would like to have?
I can't believe you just threw that dress on the floor of the cart. Like that's been sitting outside or in a stable. I don't know. I guess they have a stable. That's
In
just
a
been
stable.
sitting out in a smelly stable for more than a week. And you just threw your dress down on it. It could have gone in your bag. The tailor would be weeping if he could see this. Right. Right. This is awful. Yes. I'm gonna fold your damn laundry.
Is Adakora driving as you have this conversation?
I don't know who's driving. Easily. I could easily be driving and criticizing.
No, it's just funny if you throw the clothing at him while he's driving. Like, falls over his head.
Jimmy, I'm
and
gonna need you to
into a
take the
car
wheel.
accident.
Once the clothes are folded, I calm down considerably.
Okay. It was really bothering him, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your clothes are on like that.
God, Ophelia definitely transitioned directly from a lifestyle where laundry was not much of an issue for anyone to one where other people were doing her laundry. So,
Yeah.
and like in very specific situations. Yeah, if your one of your roommates is like, clean up your fucking side of the room, and you just shove everything into some drawers so that they stop complaining. Yeah, it was just a lot of scrubbing and throwing things over the side of the boat. That was it. Oh man. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you guys, you make good time. You get to Rexentrum pretty much when you expected to. It's already dark, but nothing exciting has happened on the road. And you arrive at the Cobalt Soul. Are you guys gonna? Is Antimony gonna hang out for a while, or are you gonna just drop her off?
Um, I'm okay with hanging out for a little bit.
All right. Yeah, you get there. The people who are sort of manning the door and the outer courtyard, take your cart and stuff. Somebody has been given a message to you from Torkel, probably. And it's like, Torkel wants you to go to his office when you get back.
Can't believe we have to debrief about a wedding. A family wedding.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you go to the office. Everyone is the place is mostly kind of quiet. People are asleep, or a few people are up late studying or doing whatever. Um, but yeah, Torkel's office has like a couple of candles lit. Um, the kittens are like asleep in a basket or something.
Aw.
And yeah, Torkel's just sitting there looking a little drowsy, writing something down when you guys arrive. He says, "Oh, there you are." No, it's a what? Uh, if if you must know, it's a journal. Yes, I keep a journal. Many scholars and archivists do. Um, Make a perception check. Okay. Yeah, it's this one looks relatively new. Like he's holding it open. It's only about like a quarter of the way used up. But yeah, it's a pretty basic looking, just blank book. I mean, it's well constructed, but it's not particularly fancy. Yeah, probably. But yeah, he puts the pen down. He closes the book and says, "All right, let's make this quick. I'm sure you're also tired after your journey. Just," he looks at Ophelia. "Please tell me what is going on with these friends of yours that you want that you want to see if they might be able to work here. Just tell me about them. And also, when are they getting here?" Oh, that's good. I was afraid you had brought them with you. That might have been a little. Will give us a little time to plan, he says. You summoned a person? Oh, do you mean the expositor? Yes. Well, she gave us a very detailed account of everything that she knew about. I'm sure there are plenty of details that she missed since she was only there for about 24 hours. Um, 24 hours? Is it not? Do they not have 24-hour days? No, I said 24. Although maybe they don't have the 24-hour day in Exandria. I don't actually know the answer to that. I know the months and the years are like a weird like. Yeah, it's true. Um, uh, you know, I think that's probably something we can work out, but we're going to have to talk about that tomorrow. I am not awake enough. to discuss money right now. But yes, I heard. He looks at Antimony. I heard that you and, well, all of you did quite a bit in Druvenlode. The expositor was impressed with what she saw, which was not much. You have a salary, Ophelia. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh no. Wow. Yep. Look, we can discuss payment tomorrow. Just please tell me who you've invited here for a job interview. All right. Yes. What sort of stuff was she doing that she doesn't want to do?
Well, I mean, I guess technically Corey never tried to kill us, but she was like a lookout, kind of.
Torko's looking a little more suspicious now. All right, did one or both of them try to kill you?
Yes, but only one.
All right. And this is not the teenage girl. This is the other one who is an adult.
They were both part of the crew that was
Okay.
hired to carry out a hit. One of them was the lookout. She has a skill set in sneaking around, I guess. I don't know if we asked about her skill set. And the other was very much one of the assassins.
I see.
But he's very good to look at.
Did you say that to Torko?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Torko kind of raises one eyebrow at you, like, looking very unamused. All right, an attractive assassin.
Arrested.
Was this the wizard that Expositor Crash interrogated? That wizard? The one who set the mine on fire?
Yes, that's the one.
He was arrested, correct?
He has been arrested.
All right.
He is currently in custody.
All right. So he is not coming here looking for a job.
No.
Okay. Just making sure. It's hard to tell with you three sometimes.
We're just like, alas, no.
Unfortunately, he is in custody. With the, the Cerberus Assembly representative. All right, well, I don't have time to think about that right now. Okay, I thank you. I'll prepare everyone for your assassin friends, or assassin and not assassin friends, coming here. It's like I wanted detail, but not those details. All right, we'll have a real debrief tomorrow. Go to sleep. Good night.
Thorvald's like, please get out of my office.
Okay, yeah, you all head out of the office, I assume.
Yes.
All right, it's probably 11:30 at this point.
Do I know anywhere that has food at this time? Is there a kitchen?
I mean, the Cobalt Soul has a kitchen. Nobody's working there right now, but you could like go steal some food if you wanted to, probably.
It doesn't have a kitchen like for the use of.
Oh, like a dorm kitchen? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. The monks can probably just get in there and cook when there's not like big meals being made.
Yeah.
Yep, sure.
Let's go there.
All right, yeah, you go down to
I'll
the
just say we're
kitchen.
going somewhere really good, very fancy. I go downstairs to the kitchen.
All right. You have to light some lamps.
Yeah.
You have to just like light the stove yourself, all that shit. Um, but yeah, there's food here, I'm sure.
I don't know. I bet pancakes are one of the meals I can make.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can make pancakes easy. Is Ophelia satisfied with this? All right. All right, so you have some midnight pancakes in the Cobalt Soul kitchen.
I still can't believe we got Corey to agree to come, let alone Victor. That was a surprise. And by we, I mean you, really, Ophelia. You don't, you don't ask people to do that, to do stuff that often. You normally tell them, or you wait to see what they'll do. So are you happy about it? Well, just seems like this is the first time you've recruited someone pending interviews. Antimony is a freelancer and also my sister. It's not taking credit, she's literally my sister. I'm actually not insulting you right now. I'm actually not insulting you right now. That's a shame. You have a flawless Atakora impression. Torturedly sad? I don't think I look torturedly sad. What's anime?
Hmm. Is that a thing they have in the Menagerie Coast? Yeah, that sounds right.
Like super elaborate puppets. All right. So, you eat your pancakes. You go to bed, I assume, eventually. Oh.
Are you bringing this up before we go off to her? those places. Okay.
You can get the advice of everybody.
So last night you had to talk to Torkel and you talked to Petrov?
Yep. And also Corey, I believe.
Right. So there's some logistical stuff and then there was just terrorizing Petrov.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Well, let's see. Who do we need to check in with, if anyone? Yeah,
Oh my god.
it would probably be good to see if he's been imprisoned or something.
God, if one of you ends up dating Felix, I'm gonna laugh so much.
We just love this wizard
That
so
would
much.
be objectively the funniest NPC love interest for anybody. Fucking Felix. I don't know, because he's kind of a loser. He's just like, he's just kind of a shabby loser.
Let's be honest, though, we're also kind of losers.
I guess, and he is more powerful than any of you, which is very funny.
Yeah.
Like, he has shabby loser energy, but he's very talented.
Tell him I have his moss.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. What are you going to say to Felix? Well, I was asleep.
Oops.
Um, still in assembly custody, not in prison. Sort of the Baroness's house guest, I suppose. No torture yet, just some meetings. Because he's not being tortured. Well, he ran out of words.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's like technically her prisoner, sort of. Like, he's not being allowed to leave, but he's basically just like staying in a guest bedroom right now. So that's what he meant by that. He's not really sure what's going on.
Right. That immediately crossed my mind. It's like, we should tell our parents that we're back. And Ophelia's not going to go for that.
Oh my god.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
17 to
Oh my-
know where that came from.
uh I don't know. How does Ophelia how does the prospect of one's parents worrying about where you are forever make Ophelia feel? Okay. Okay, Adakora, you okay, for a second you're like, okay, this is just Ophelia like making up some bullshit. And then you get a little bit of like, okay, she sounds a little actually defensive, which is weird. Cuz usually if she's bullshitting, she like isn't serious. But yeah, she sounds genuinely defensive for a moment there. And you're like, why is that? Mhm. Fucked up if they've been caring this whole time. Anyway, you get a weird vibe from that comment at Akora. You're like, that was more sincere than it should have been.
I mean, it's a pretty safe road, so they're probably not that worried. But it would still be a nice courtesy call. Faster than a letter. It doesn't have to be 24 words. Why don't you pick who to send it to? You met our family. Annoying.
You're gonna send it to Meryl.
Oh my god.
You can just say, hello, this is Ophelia. We made it back to Rexington. What city are we in?
Rexington. Okay.
And now we're going to bed. Thank you.
Okay, it takes a moment for her to respond. She sounds a little groggy. Like, uh, oh, Ophelia.
Send it to my dad. He's awake. Should have thought of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Tido's definitely awake right now. She's like, oh, thank you for letting us know. I'm glad you had a good trip. That's all.
You haven't talked to Sahar since we told her about you had found out from Torkel that she didn't kill a man. We could ask what she's up to. Is it the middle of the night in the Menagerie Coast? What's the time difference there?
I have no idea. I mean, it's probably a couple hours earlier there. If we say the Menagerie Coast is like the west coast of the US. And I mean, I don't know if this is the correct distance. And then like Rexentrum is like in, I don't know, Minnesota or something. So she's maybe more likely to be awake.
You know, you could say the things that you say to friends that you're catching up with. Wow.
Wow, incredible.
It was a suggestion. That's a command.
I do like lunch.
Oh my god. Would you like one? Okay. Yeah, you hear along um 1 second. Okay. 1 second, guys. Getting a message. Hey, Ophelia. I'm alive.
Shitty resort.
I love that exchange so much. I want to change that one. Okay. Okay, she said, I'm alive. I'm working as a caravan guard. It's fine. I guess it would depend on she runs out of words. Or wait, no, that might have been 20. I don't know. I didn't count well. Yeah, she says, I guess that would depend on, and is cut off. So
God.
so yeah. Not a hard no on do you want a girlfriend? That would be a twist if Saw were straight.
Well, good. This is way more entertaining. He would kill us.
Chorka like comes down from his room to be like, stop. Comes down to the kitchen, casts silence on all of you, goes back upstairs. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh ho ho ho.
Do it.
Do you have character ideas? Do you want me to make an NPC up? Or would it be like one of the ones you've already told me about? Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh yeah. Well, with that thing, yeah, you can't scry. Well, no, I think Hanalora's thing does not protect against scrying. That's a different object. That's like the necklace Caleb had. That protects against divination magic. Hers protects against mind reading. So you could scry on Hanalora. You just can't read her thoughts. And I believe the wording on her ring is that you can't. You can only communicate with her telepathically if she lets you. So she can like tell if you're trying to talk to her telepathically, and she can let you in without you knowing that she has that option. So when you sent to her, she just like responded normally because she didn't want to make you suspicious. You know, like she didn't have a reason to block you from sending to her because you were just like, "Hey, how's it going?" But yeah, if you want them to have any items like that, that's fine. But there's not really an object that blocks sending altogether. There's just like the you can decide to let it in or not thing that Hanalora has. Sure. Okay. Okay. Just like yeah, like the fucking like ship's cook or something. Okay. Do you want me to make this person up or would you like to do it? Okay. All I have a list of names that I like that I was going to use for people on the ship. They're mostly French names just for fun. Let's see which one would I like to use. Okay.
You
okay, so
said you had 3.
thinking about this. Yeah.
That's 3 what you said? That's 3.
It's definitely 1 a.m. by now.
I knew you were just using me for my pancakes. No. Clearly not. Well, you guys are gonna stay and help me clean up after the pancakes, right?
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, you clean up the kitchen.
I fully expected you to be like, no, and leave.
Me too.
But sure. Well, I'm not gonna. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
That's what I expected. Probably expected.
All right, you help Adakora clean the kitchen. Antimony, I think last time this happened, like you got here super late, there was just like somewhere you could sleep. Like they have some guest rooms.
Right. Yeah.
You can probably just go crash somewhere. It's fine. Maybe like the same place you did before.
Right.
The other two, if you go back to your rooms, your roommates are there. They are asleep. So, Ophelia, if you want to send another message, you can, but you would either have to risk waking them up or go somewhere else. All right. Oh my god. Yeah, because everyone in the Cobalt Soul hates each other. All right. Okay, hang on. I'm just writing some notes down about this NPC I am making up. What's the name of the ship again? There we go. Okay. Okay, so okay. So you're gonna message the ship's cook. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this person. The ship's cook that you knew basically your whole life on the ship. He worked there from like before since before you were born. Um, his name is Pascal. He is an orc. Just a big like just a big dude, a big, like, kind of tubby orc man, who is the ship's cook, and he makes very, like, I don't know, very sort of typical ocean food. And he could probably fight in a pinch. They probably don't have anybody on that ship who can't fight just because it's the crew is so small. But he's a very like easygoing guy. Um, you definitely were like extremely annoying when you were a child. But he just sort of put up with you. But yeah, you definitely like teased him a lot and stuff. And yeah, he's like he's probably a little bit older than Ophelia's dad's. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and one of his tusks is probably kind of fucked up. Like it got like part of it got broken off in a fight or something, you know. Yep. What you would say to Pascal if you could. But you can, I suppose. It would. Oh my god, it really would. Man, okay. Okay, I have a quick question because I know none of us are doing accents in our actual talking. Does Ophelia have an accent? Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. And she like still uses it now. She's not like she hasn't like adapted it in her time in the Empire. Okay, cool. Just checking because if she had like changed her accent, then I would have made it harder for your voice to be recognized. Um, okay, I better roll something. Let's see. Okay. Oh man, okay, all these stat blocks are in books I don't have. Okay, I'm just gonna roll a die and see what I get then. Okay. All right, so you send that message. There's a long pause, and then you hear the familiar voice of Pascal the cook. Very weird to hear after all this time. Saying, "What? Who's there? What are you in my head? Am I dreaming? What do you want? Does not seem to recognize your voice. Uh-huh. Yeah, so you may have given old Pascal a nightmare or two. All right. Okay. All right.
Of exhaustion.
Okay. So you all get up the next morning. Probably pretty late since you all were up late, except for Edakora, who is fine. You just have to transfer 4 hours as usual. Not a big deal. You probably go right to your room in trance, which you don't always do, just because you
Well,
were up
I mean,
till
let's if it was
1:30
like
a.m.
1:30 when we were done, that
Yeah,
still only brings me up to
5:30.
30 a.m. I
Yep.
was gonna call Honolulu and
Okay.
let her know that I was back, but because it's so late, I'll probably wait until the
All right. Okay. So you trance. You get up at 5:30. The monks are definitely like the Cobalt Soul is starting to wake up at this time. I feel like a lot of the monks get up super early to do training or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, this place is there's people around. If you leave your room at like 5:36, you can get some breakfast. You can call Honolulu, find a private spot.
Sure, do that.
Okay. She answers pretty quickly. She seems to have been awake when you called. Um, hey, are you back?
Yeah, we were back last night, but it got pretty late.
Okay. Was the trip was all right?
Uneventful. Yeah.
Good. Um, I need a favor.
What is it?
Um, I want you to go check somewhere for me.
Okay.
It's all right. I told you um Emmerich was hiding out, right?
Yeah.
It's been well, I tried to get a hold of him yesterday and he didn't answer. And he really shouldn't be busy with anything. I don't want to go to the building he was staying in just in case something happened and somebody recognizes me. Can you
Right.
you don't even have to go inside, just go look around, see if you can figure anything out. If it looks like there's been a break in, if it looks like anyone's in there. Nobody involved is going to recognize you.
Yeah, I can do that. Where is it?
She tells you the address. It's just like in kind of the one of the residential parts of the city. Let's see, I forgot what all of the Lake Syndrome neighborhoods are called. I Okay, so he is in a building in the Mosaic Ward, which is one of the sort of like lower income residential parts of the city. It's a pretty
Mhm.
like, you know, nondescript part of the neighborhood. There's like not much exciting going on there. A good place to hide out. But yeah, she gives you the address.
The trust hasn't said anything to you about this?
No, I'm no, I just noticed it was last night that I tried to get in touch with him. I'm going to talk to Amelia today if you find out that he's not there.
Okay.
Thanks, and I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry. Try not to worry too much. It doesn't help.
I'll try.
All right. I'll tell you what I find later.
Okay, thanks.
Of course.
She's gonna end the call.
Hmm.
So you have that to do whenever. It's still pretty early. Um, I don't think the girls are awake yet.
Probably
Knowing
not.
you two, you're
You're
probably
eating
not.
pancakes at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
How
it's
long is
6 o'clock.
it before you wake up? Um,
They probably got a few hours.
yeah, I might as well do it now. Not like I can explain to them. So
All right.
yeah, I will I will head that way, sort of civilian clothing, not dressed as a soul.
Yeah, you can do that pretty easily. I think you have like a disguise kit even maybe. Like you can
I'm
make yourself.
proficient in it, but I don't think I have one.
Oh, okay. Well,
I need to acquire it.
I mean, you have like normal looking clothes.
Yeah, I'm
So
not really
it,
going into. I'm just not dressed up to
yeah, yeah,
fight
yeah.
through.
But I mean, you because you're proficient in it, you're like good at sort of blending in places, I think. And you're good at like you don't look I don't know, overdressed or anything to be in this part of town at this hour of the day.
Sure.
Nobody is really you don't look out of place. Um okay. Yeah, so you head to this sort of part of the city. Oh, where is the Cobalt? Was it on this map? Nope. Huh. Okay, the Comalzal is in the Tangles. Okay, so it's pretty close to the Cobalt Soul. It's on a super long. You don't have to go like across the whole town or anything.
Hmm.
Um, you just head south, kind of along the wall, or along the edge of town into the Mosaic Ward. Nothing much happens on the way there. It's mostly people like on their way to work and stuff. And then you get to a building that has the number on it that gave you on the right street. At first glance, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. The building's intact. So are the doors, the windows. You don't see anybody in the street nearby. What would you like to do to investigate?
Um, mm, do I have to walk around a bit to get a sense of whether any of the windows are broken, left open, anything like that? If there are any other doors?
Yeah,
Or is it
you probably have to walk around the whole building. It's in like basically an apartment with like a couple of different homes in it. And you don't know. I think. Well, yeah, she would have told you which one it was. It's on the second floor. It's two floors. Um, it's one of the like apartments on the second floor, basically. So you couldn't walk around the building, and all of the windows in that part of the building are in seem to be intact. There's nothing wrong with the front door. And there's probably like a back door into the building. But then there's probably there's probably an inner door that leads into the apartment that Emmerich would have been staying in also,
right?
which you can't see from the outside. And all the curtains are drawn on on the windows to Emmerich's apartment.
You said nobody's really out on the street.
Not around here. You haven't seen anybody like on this street that the building's on.
Is the door to the apartment building locked? If I walk up and try it?
Sure. If you walk up and try it, no, it is not locked.
Okay.
Make an investigation check real quick.
11. Very not good.
Okay. It's not that uh difficult to see. You open the door, you turn the doorknob, and you can kind of see that the um I don't know whatever it's called, the like locking mechanism or the part that slides in and out when you turn the
Mm,
doorknob, whatever.
Edible.
Yeah, it's sort of like twisted and a little fucked up, like somebody sort of wrenched the doorknob and jarred part of it out of place. So the door doesn't look like it could lock right now.
Um, and if I look around, still nobody coming out of these rooms? Or is it like a. Do I. Is it a line of rooms immediately, or is it?
I think it's they're more like little homes. I'll say there's like four sort of units in this building. So there's two. So you see two doors when you open the front door. Two doors on the bottom floor, like one on each side of the hallway, and then in the back there's a staircase that goes up.
Okay, I'll try the one that goes up.
Okay, yeah, it's just stairs. There's no door
Oh, okay.
leading to it. You can just see the staircase. But yeah, if you can, you just go up the stairs. You don't. Nobody's coming out of the rooms.
I'm still going quietly, but
Okay.
not like I
Yeah,
want to
make
see
a
that look like I'm sneaking.
sure. Make a stealth check.
Ugh. Okay, that wasn't bad. 22.
All right. Yeah, you're very quiet. Even going up the stairs, you barely make any sound. Nobody comes out of either of the rooms on the bottom. You get up to the top floor. There are also two doors up here on either side of the hallway.
Anything unusual about the door that I know to be Emirates at a glance?
Make another investigation check.
Okay. Still not good, but not as bad as the other one. 14.
Okay. This one you take a look. It doesn't look like anything is broken on this door. But as you kind of bend down to examine like the locking mechanism and the doorknob to see if anything is twisted out of place like it was on the door downstairs. You see a little like a mechanical trap that is designed to be set off when the door is opened.
And it's currently hasn't been set up.
Yes, it hasn't been tripped, and it's like it's targeting whoever's coming in.
Okay.
But you've seen it, so you can like discern it if you. I think you can. Is that like a thieves' tools check? I don't know. I think that's how you disarm traps, right?
Probably. I don't
You haven't
remember.
really done many
No,
traps.
I learned a lot of D&D rules by watching Critical Role.
Same. I think that's what they do is they do thieves' tools to disarm traps.
Matt didn't disarm traps all that often, so
That's true. She mostly just set them off.
Okay, I will try, and I will think to myself, Emmerich, if you're in there, I'm so sorry for disarming your trap. We're gonna have to reset it. But for the sake of this, and Thieves' Tools is well, I rolled an 18, so it's an 18 plus something. I still have to.
Are you proficient in thieves' tools? Do you know?
I'm sure I am. Yes.
Then it's your dex plus your proficiency, I think.
Okay. Plus 8. So that's a lot.
Okay, yeah, you disarm it pretty easily. And you open the door. The door, oddly enough, not locked, just trapped,
Okay.
which strikes you as odd.
Okay. Do me a favor and don't attack me if it's you, Emmerich. Look inside.
All right. Yeah, you go inside. It's still well, you have dark vision, so it doesn't matter. But it's still probably kind of dark outside. given how late in the year it is. Like the sun is maybe just coming up. So it's pretty dim in here. The curtains are all drawn. But yeah, you can see just fine. Um, you look around. The place looks well. Make yeah. Do you want to make an investigation check?
Sure. For anything beyond whatever's obvious about it.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, Asians not rolling well. 13.
Okay.
That is really good. Other thing, but oh well.
It looks like there's probably like two or three rooms in this place. You come into like a big sort of kitchen living room area. There's some basic furniture. There's a door in the back that is sitting open that looks like it leads into a bedroom. Um, you've never been here, obviously, before, and you don't know if this is like if this is probably not where Emmerich lives most of the time. You can
Mhm.
kind of assume that he moved somewhere else to hide out. But it definitely looks like some stuff is out of place. Like the furniture is kind of one of the chairs is knocked over. Um, there are some dishes on the floor in a corner that have just been smashed and not cleaned up. Um, if you look in the bedroom where the door is just sitting
Yeah.
open, the bed has been like turned over on its side. The sheets are all over the place. You don't see anyone in here.
Is there any blood?
Um, maybe a little bit. Nothing significant. You maybe like see some like on kind of this um this like the side of the bedroom door as if someone like brushed against it and left some blood behind. But there's nothing that looks like somebody was grievously wounded and like sat in here for a while.
Is there anything else like the trap or anything that looks like it was left behind deliberately?
No, not that you can find. It just looks like stuff from the house or stuff that seems like it could have been from the house.
Else? Is is there anything that indicates how long ago it might have been vacated? Like, I don't know what that would be. Like if there were any food, if it were cold, or
Mhm.
if the blood is totally dry.
Uh yeah, the blood is totally dry if you touch it. Um there's food, but it doesn't look like it's not like there's like a meal sitting out. It's, there's just sort of there's some food in the pantry or some food kind of sitting in the kitchen. There's some bread that is still it's not stale. It looks like it's maybe been sitting there for like maybe overnight and that's about it. Like somebody probably bought it yesterday.
Okay. I'm going to take out the stone and try to contact Tunnel.
Okay. Have you closed the door to the apartment?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Okay, yeah, you call Honolora. She's there again. She says, "Well,
He's not here.
okay. Are you what are you doing?"
I'm inside. There's I'll describe to her kind of how
Okay,
it
yeah.
looks um and also that the door was trapped. I imagine I've got the trap still in my hand because I'm not gonna open
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah, it was some
On my
kind of
way out.
like
Maybe on my way out.
and it wasn't yeah, it was some kind of trap that was like it was a mundane trap, not a magical trap. And it
Mhm.
was like probably like a little poison needle would have shot out of the door or something if you had set it off.
Mhm.
So something that it's hard to tell if it would have killed you or not in one shot or anything,
Yeah.
but could maybe have killed somebody. Maybe not you. Maybe somebody a little weaker than you. Hard to say.
Mhm.
Um, she says, "Okay, there's no like no note or anything or
I haven't found
any
one yet.
papers still around. Anything that Emmerich might have written, even if it's not related to that."
Um, I'll look around again. I'll do another
Okay,
pass.
yeah, make another investigation check.
Um, come on. Worse. Worse than before. Um,
Okay.
12.
There's the bedroom has like a writing desk in it, a little writing desk. None of the papers in here are have anything written on them. There's like some blank paper,
Mhm.
just sort of, for writing letters or whatever. There's a couple of books in here, but nothing that looks like Emmerich or anybody else wrote it by hand.
Okay. I will relay that as I'm looking.
Okay. Okay, that doesn't feel like a good sign. It means they're not whoever it is, they don't care about negotiating anything. They're probably just going to try to get the information they need out of him. That's it. Okay, I've got to tell the boss. Um, thank you for checking.
Do you want to take a look at this trap? See if you notice
Um,
anything.
sure, sure. Can you bring it over here,
Yeah.
just to my place?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Okay,
Try to breathe.
sure.
I'll
Okay, so
call.
all right. You leave Emmerich's apartment. You don't. Well, make another stealth check as you leave.
Okay.
Just see what happens.
Cool. Um, 19.
Okay. Yeah, you same thing. You're very quiet heading out. There's nobody comes out of any of the other apartments. And yeah, when you leave, there's nobody around. Really, just people walking by.
I
looking
do
like they're
other
going
apartment
places.
that's on the second level. Does it have any like windows or anything where you could easily watch um Emmerich's apartment from there?
Probably no, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's like entirely on the other side of the building.
Okay.
And I don't think there's no internal windows like between the two.
Right.
The windows are all on the outside. Yeah. So not really.
Okay.
You could
Then I'll
probably
let it
keep an eye on.
I will leave it as I found it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, then you head to Honolaura's place. She lets you in. Sorry, I'm yawning. Ah, okay. Yeah, she's still wearing like a nightgown and like a robe, basically. But yeah, you go upstairs and you show her the trap.
Hmm.
Okay, she takes a look at it. I'm gonna make her roll and see if she gets anything out of this. See. Okay. Yeah, she takes a look, but she says it's not very distinctive. I mean, this is pretty basic. You could get one of these in, I don't know, half a dozen places in the city. This could belong to anybody. I mean, if Emmerich had been there, I would have said maybe he put it there himself. But okay. I'll I guess I'll bring it to Amelia and see if she can get anything out of it.
Oh, I'd have brought the whole apartment, but it doesn't really fit in my pocket.
No. You said there wasn't much blood, right?
No, just a little.
I wonder how they found him.
When was the last time you talked to him before last night?
Um, I think the night before I left Druvenlode. He seemed fine, just bored. He said he hadn't gone anywhere. Didn't seem worried about anything. Not in particular.
Doesn't look like it happened long ago.
Guess it couldn't have. Well, maybe somebody's seen him. Somebody must have seen him. All right. Um, you should probably get back before people notice that you're gone.
You gonna be all right?
Yeah.
Doubt. Not JPEG. Let me know if there's something else I can do.
All right. Thanks. Um, I think she kind of like gets up and opens the door for you
Yeah.
to be like, please leave.
Yeah, I will head back, I guess.
Okay. Okay. By the time you get back, it's probably close to when other people might be waking up.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think.
Not all night, apparently.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Ophelia, you're probably woken a little earlier than you want to be, but not super early by your roommates. Yeah, yeah, Aka's like sitting on her bed, getting dressed. Ida looks like she just came back from like working out, maybe from practicing in one of the gyms or whatever, practicing her monk shit. And they're just standing by the bed, looking over you, like, so you must have gotten back late. Okay. You hear Ida say, okay, but you gotta tell me what's going on because I heard from Expositor Reese, who heard from Expositor Kresh, that you got involved in some crazy shit during Adakora's parents' wedding. You like arrested a mining baron? And I mean, that's like Expositor shit. You fucking saved a town from a corrupt rich guy. Oh, I will. Okay, fine. They leave you alone. You hear they like talk to each other for a little while and then they eventually leave to go and do their things. Yeah. That's what it looks like to Ophelia too. It's just kind of fuzzy. Oh no. Antimony, you wake up. You're kind of like alone in this weird guest room that has like a couple of beds in it, but nobody else is using them.
Yep.
So yeah, you can go find your friends or get some breakfast or whatever you want.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna go, I guess, get some breakfast at the Cobalt Soul canteen
Yep.
or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you do that. Um, Adakora, are you gonna go get some food after you come back? You two might run into each other.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. So and Antimony, you go downstairs. You're eating breakfast. Adakora, you come in, and you see your sister, sitting by herself.
I'm like, oh, I forgot you were still here.
Yeah, I stayed for breakfast for the free food.
I'm guessing we won't see Ophelia until like 3 or 4 p.m.
Probably something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know Antimony hasn't gotten up to any shenanigans in the last. Yeah.
Probably not.
So.
No.
She was definitely asleep.
So, have we definitely decided what to name your crab?
I don't know. I think we had tossed around the idea of Felix Jr., I believe.
That is the last thing I recall.
Out of character, I think it would be funny if the crab has like a rotating name based on our most beloved NPC from any particular arc.
Once you like someone, once you get more attached to somebody than Felix, it'll switch to whoever that is.
Yeah. Oh god. Now this crab is a homunculus, so I assume it's just like sitting on my shoulder at most times.
Hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're getting some looks too from like just kind of interested looks from Cobalt Soul people as they walk by.
He's a big hit.
Yep, is he wearing his little top hat or whatever you
Little
bought for
top
him?
hat, yeah.
Good. Yeah, you have a little crab, a mechanical crab wearing a top hat. People are interested.
They pass me by and they're like, oh shit, that's a protagonist.
They're like, I want a crab with a top hat.
The protagonist of the cafeteria.
Do you ever like pass someone in public and they're just like they're extremely strange and you're like, wait, I think I just passed the main character of this story.
No, because we don't live in New York.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
protagonists are in New York at any given moment.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, you guys eat breakfast together. Anything anybody wants to do or plan kind of quickly before we end the session?
Um, I don't think I have anything to do right now. At some point today, I'll go back to my hotel.
Yeah.
Hey, still alive.
Put all your stuff away.
Have any
Yeah.
mail? Um,
Yeah, you go
I
back to your hotel and there's another wedding invitation waiting for you.
From
I don't
somebody I
know.
barely even met.
Yeah, I don't know whose wedding it's for, but someone.
I am interested in looking around. I guess around the city. I don't think the Cobalt Soul would have something like this. For one of those books that you can read every day and they increase your stats.
Okay. Which one? Which stat?
Anything except wisdom.
Okay. Don't want to have higher wisdom. It is funny.
It's so much more fun this way.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably do that next time. But yeah, if you guys want to search, because this is the biggest city in the Empire, maybe in Wildbound. I don't actually know. I would have to go look. But it's one of the biggest cities on the continent. So if you guys want to find any magic items, this is the place to do it.
Yeah. We
If you
haven't really
guys
done that yet. So I might have to hit up some
Yeah.
magic bookstores and see what they got.
if you guys would like to go shopping, we can do that next time. Just like make me a list of things you want to try to find. And maybe some of them can maybe be like slightly more common magic items because I'll probably have you roll and see which ones you can find. So don't bring me just orb, okay? Think of something else too. But anything magical or mundane. I mean, anything mundane you can just find and buy probably because they have everything here. But magic stuff, yeah, we'll next time. Just let me know if what you want in particular.
I will also say that whenever Ophelia does show up, I assume it happens eventually. Um, with your passive, you can probably tell immediately that Adakora is distracted.
What's your passive insight, Ophelia? How well are you trying to hide it, Atacor? Are you like trying to be chill?
Um, I guess it's
Okay, make a deception check then, just to see.
eh, what's my deception now? 16.
Okay, then yeah, Ophelia does notice.
Yeah.
Atacor seems distracted. Just filing that information away for later.
For never. It's just, it's just throwing it there.
Yeah, he just seems a little off in a way that he did not yesterday. Interesting. Uh-huh.
As is always happening to me.
Yes. Atacora has many suitors. that you don't ever see. Okay, I'll probably just end it there then. So think about your